Hello everyone, this is Trader Joe, and this video is a part of a series that is covering Anarchy Online's new global market interface, also known as the GMI, and being released in June 2012. So, hi out there. In this video, we are going to cover some housekeeping things, specifically items left in the old player shops and accessing the new GMI. So first things first, once the new GMI is on the live servers, you will no longer be able to utilize the player shops in any way, shape, or form. So you're not supposed to be able to, open it up just to remove your items or to view items or anything like that. So that leaves the question of what do you do if you didn't clear out your shop before the GMI went live because you just forgot, or maybe you weren't even in game at the time. Well, the devs have put in a really cool command that we will be able to use to get items out of our shop. Wish this had been in actually for a while, but it's great now. So that we can grab items and credits, in our shop. So that's what we're gonna do first. And that command is actually /shop space claim. Now, as you can see here, the message says return 0 items and 0 credits, and then 0 items and 0 credits remain in the shop system. Now, I do not have any items. I'm on test server. I do not have any items that were in the player shop prior to the GMI going live, so I cannot fully test this, but just reading this message tells me that more than likely what will happen when you type in this command is it's going to give you as many items as I'm guessing you have inventory space for, and as many credits as you can hold without going over the individual player limit, and that any additional items will remain until you do the /shop space claim command again. So I think that is how, if for some reason you'll end up with over $1 billion credits if you did the shop claim command. I think that it won't, your money won't get lost in limbo. You'll just have to do the command a couple times to get all of your credits out. So not a big deal. So that's the first thing. So again, it's /shop space claim, and I think there's a timer or a lockout. Yep, it tells you I'm unable to perform the action. So you can't just spam it, but every minute or so you can do that command. So next thing, accessing the actual GMI. What I'm standing next to now is here on test is the new market terminal. And as you can see, it's just another item that you right click on. Everywhere that the old GMS terminals were located, you will now see these new market search terminals. So that's an automatic replacement once this hits live, is that you'll now see these and replace with the other items. But what about people that were using, hey, traders, the portable GMS interface, or the portable GMSs? What about those? Well, I'm going to swap over here to my inventory. And if you look here, there's an item in my inventory now that's called the portable market interface, and that's the replacement for the old portable, GMS item. So it's the same item. You don't have to do anything to go get it. You'll automatically have it replaced once this goes on live, but it works a little bit differently, and that's really important that you understand how this works. So what's going to actually happen is once this item is used, a market terminal will spawn to the ground for 15 minutes, and then you won't be able to use the portable market interface again for 20 minutes. So you've got 15 minutes to use it, and basically 5 minutes of downtime before you can spawn this market interface again. So even though I'm standing next to a stationary one here, what I'm actually going to do is go over here for a second. And I am going to use my portable market interface. And I just right clicked on it, and boom. Now you see there is a market search terminal right here. And if you take a look of how this looks, it actually looks a little bit different from the one over here. See, it's slightly different. It's not exactly the same item. It does look slightly different. So once this one is actually spawned on the ground, then I can just right click on it and open up the GMI, just as I would be able to do it from the market terminal. No difference. And if you notice, I've got my lockout timer. That's actually already down to 15 minutes. So it looks like this is actually a little bit less than a 20-minute lockout before you're able to use it. I am not going to complain about that. So that's one thing. And my understanding is that only the person that actually spawned this market search terminal would be able to use it. I haven't tested it, but that's my understanding of how it works. So since I spawned this, I believe that I'm the only one that would be able to access it. Okay. So two more housekeeping things that I sort of mentioned in my commentary is that one is faction concerns. Doesn't matter if you are neutral, clan, or omni, you will be able to, buy and sell items cross-factional. The same thing will apply to the different dimensions. We'll be able to do it between RK1 and RK2. Now the big question was frubes versus paid, because as it stands right now, if you are a free player, you're on what we call a frub account, you cannot access the GMS. But this is a little bit different when it comes to the GMI. For the GMI, free account players, the free-to-play players, will be able to access the GMI, do searches, etc. They will not be able to make purchases or place buy and sell orders, for instance, or anything like that. But they'll be able to actually use the market and do searches themselves instead of having to spam and say, hey, can somebody, look this up on the GMS for me, is what we commonly hear. And it also will help them, I guess, get an idea of what going market rates are for items that they're trying to sell, in alternative manners. Maybe they're not using the GMI, they still want to use a shopping channel. Now, my last comment is that, again, this system is not meant to replace all of the other, methods that we can use within the game to, buy and sell. So the shopping channels are still going to be there. You can still use the forum areas on the AO official forums to post, want to buy and want to sell, or offers and requests, I believe is what it's labeled as. Nothing's changed in that regard. So this about covers what I wanted to state in regards to general housekeeping. I hope that this was helpful, and see you in the next video.